Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm MFJJ with PodiumArcher.com and we are reviewing the 2022 Mathews V3X 33-inch bow. This bow has me excited, and it has me excited for one very particular reason. I love 33-inch bows for hunting. It's my favorite all in all, and not a lot of manufacturers make this size the way I would really like to see it. So I'm pretty jacked about this. The only down I would give it is only goes to 27.5 inches. So if you want a really longer hunting bow and you're 27.5 inches or shorter, you're kind of in trouble on this one. But for me, this is like an ideal configuration. I might actually give this bow a fair shake because it's really the dimension I like. A couple of new features on this bow, same as the 29. If you've watched that video, it's got the same new cam in it. It's got the little indents for hooking your field system. Those field systems are specific to one particular bow. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, there it is. The stay afield system right here, which I put it in there backwards, but there's a little piece in here that's basically like a really beefy bowstring that's at the right length to hook on to here and here when you pull on your cables, and be able to press it to take a cable off, and then you hook it on the opposite end for your string and you can take your string off. It's a very, very easy, safe way to do it. There are directions with it on how to do it, which we had to read the directions because they couldn't get it to work at first. You had to back the limb bolts down a certain number of turns for it to work. But very, very cool system that has been integrated in the two new bows. Next thing that's been integrated in the two new bows that's completely new is that little thing that looks like a dovetail bracket right there in the riser and goes on to here. And that makes dovetails not suck for bow hunting, because it's one screw and one piece. There's not additional pieces, there's not additional hardware, and you can still mount it as close as you want and rigid it down and leave it where it goes. So that makes those pretty awesome, but that's only on those two bows thus far. They're not changing current line stuff from old, so that will still be the case of what it is. And it fits every single, that's a trapezoid I believe, trapezoidal dovetail, except black gold, unfortunately, because doesn't quite fit in here. It's a little big, but supposedly every other manufacturer, according to Mathews, does fit in here. So if you already have a dovetail sight and it's one of those manufacturers, slides right in. And that's really important with some of their new accessories, the new quivers. If you're going to get the new brand new ones that just dropped today, they fit super tight to the bow, so you can't have a sight that sits out or it'll literally sit on it. Same with the rest. You got to use some kind of an integrate rest or your arrows are going to touch it. So keep in mind those quivers only fit with those things. So if you're going to look at that. But specs on this bow are 33-inch axle to axle, 6.5-inch brace height, which is a brace height I love. I'm not a big fan of 6. I'd rather have it be a little more forgiving. All right, so 33 inches axle to axle and 6.5-inch brace height. 33. Ooh, spot on 33. And our 6.5. Okay, so that's a little short. I imagine you're going to have to put a 2-piece grip on here to get 6.5. So it's really more like 6 3/8 with that grip on there, if you ask me, based off of how we measure everybody else's. Physical weight is measuring out at 4.67 pounds, which is a little heavy for a 33-inch bow, but this riser is 33 inches long. So this has a longer riser than most manufacturers' 37 to 39-inch bows, so try to keep that in mind on the weight. It's going to be a little heavy because of that. And that gives us, it's measuring out right at 4.9, which is giving us roughly 0.2 of a pound for an arrow rest, which is fair. So yeah, that measures out about the right weight for what that is in fair world. So I guess without further ado, let's fire a couple arrows out of this thing and see how it feels and shoots and how fast it is. Move Crony out of the way. We'll start with the first shots. I was told that my rep felt this is the deadest bow they've ever made, so I'm pretty excited to feel that and see that. So we'll see what happens here. 70 pounds, 30 inches, and a 350 grain arrow, as always. That cycle's really smooth. String angle feels really good. That's pretty damn dead for a 33-inch bow. I do feel a little buzz, but I don't feel any whip at all. The 29, I felt the riser flex a little bit. I don't feel this riser flex. I just feel a little boink, and that's it. Try again here. I will grip this one, try to get a better feel for that extra vibration. Yeah, there's a tiny little bit of boink. I don't feel it flex though at all. So that riser is very, very stiff. That's a pretty amazingly good feeling bow. One more shot. Now, I don't know if they changed that grip a little bit, but my knuckle doesn't seem to touch where the 31 did. So that's encouraging to me. Yeah, that's really dead. That's dang impressive. Let's see how fast it is, shall we? These do have the 85% mods on it, and we will shoot both so you know what the difference is. All right. 70 pounds, 30 inches, 350 grain arrow. V3X 33, 85% let off. .324. This bow is rated at 336 IBO, so you know. So that's kind of on par with the 29's difference at 85%. That's 12 feet. It was 13 feet slow. Try this again here. Ooh, 319. That's way slow. Shoot one more here. What if we got a fluky one there? Oh. 324. That must have been a fluke on the other one. So 324 at 85%, and we will change them to 80% and try that. All right, we now have 80% mods on the same bow. So this is a 70 pound, 30 inch, 80% with a 350 grain arrow. .23, that's slower. That's weird. .26, that's a little more like it. .327. So I'm going to call it 326, which is 10 feet slow of IBO with the 80% let off, and that's technically within an acceptable parameter of what most bow manufacturers do. So it's not going to be a rocket ship, but just the overall length of this thing and the stability in my hand, like I just can't seem to get it to move left and right. I really bet you this thing drives tack. So if you're looking for more of a Western hunting style bow, something that's going to be really accurate at distance, or you just want to reach out there and shoot past 60 yards, 70 yards kind of thing. You want to see how far you can really actually shoot and still want to dabble with a hunting bow. Or if you're looking for something that you're going to multi-use, you're going to hunt and shoot 3D target sort of thing with it, with this new freaking dope color that they came out with. This would be a really excellent bow as a tweener, which is more what I typically like to shoot. I like to shoot something that's equally accurate for 3D that I could still hunt with. Also due to my size, those longer bows just tend to feel a little better for me. But I don't really like a super long bow. I don't like your 37, your 39s. A 33 is just where it's at. 33, 35 I really like. So this bow is really impressive to me. Wish it was a little faster for what it is, but all in all, I'm willing to bet at 33 this is probably going to be the best feeling bow that I'm going to try. And thus far it has, but I've only tried the Prime 3, the Levitate, and this so far in a 33-inch bow, because that's all that's hit the door, because nothing else has actually come out yet, and we've actually got these, fortunately enough, about 3 or 4 days early, so we can make these videos and launch them when they're brand new, and you can have our opinion. You don't have to wait for it. So appreciate that, Mathews, for letting us get our hands on them just a couple days early so we could get it out to you. Head on over to podiumarcher.com for all your archery needs. $99 and up is free shipping. If there's stuff you're looking for that we don't have, please let me know. If we can list it on there, we will, and we'll get it out to you. We'll make a couple videos about the other accessories that are specific to these bows at this same time, so please go on and check them out. Also have other bow reviews out right now. More than anything, guys, thanks for coming back. Thanks for checking us out. Please hit the like and subscribe. Got more coming for you.